Dear students, today again we will discuss some important questions of this chapter, chapter number 2, Kings, Farmers and Towns. Already we have discussed the 6 questions, and according to the request of the students, I am going to discuss some important questions of this chapter in today's video. Okay, so let's start. See, number 1 question is here. Discuss the main features of Maurya administration. Write the elements. Means write the elements and also the evident in the Ashokan inscriptions what you are studied in this chapter. So like that question will come to your exam. So how you will write about that question? Now I will discuss with you. So see, here some important points is written by me, and that is the 5 important points, the important features of Maurya Empire, where first you will write the 5 major political centers. Yes, all of you know that 5 major political centers in the empire were that what? The capital Patliputra and the different important provincial centers. That was the Taxila, Ujjaini, Tosali and Suvarnagiri, because that was the sea route, and also the it helped the trading system and also the international trade with the Maurya Empire to other countries also. So that was the 5 major political centers of Maurya dynasty. So it is also one of the main features. Okay, so first you have to write that point, and that 5 political centers were that. One is the Patliputra, that was the capital, and Taxila, Ujjaini, Tosali and Suvarnagiri. Number 2, committees and subcommittees. What are these? Because during the period of Maurya dynasty, the king and the effective control over the military, means the military control and also the different war offices, it was divided the different subcommittees and also the subcommittees. And it was mentioned in the book Indica. It was written by Megasthenes. Okay, so according to the committee and subcommittees, the important 6 important works also and there. So क्या क्या वहाँ पे था? One is the 5 looked means the first, it was looked after the navy, because military wars, military force, military system को यहाँ पे divide किया गया था, and that committees and subcommittees they were look after. So ये नेवी का जत्न लेते थे फर्स्ट. सेकंड में था ट्रांसपोर्ट्स एंड प्रोविजन का, मींस दे सेकंड लुक्ड आफ्टर द ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड द प्रोविजंस. देन थर्ड सब कमिटी जो था इट लुक्ड आफ्टर द इन्फेंट्री को मतलब ध्यान देता था. फोर्थ में जो था लुक्ड आफ्टर फॉर हॉर्सेस. Fifth, it was the responsibility for the chariots, and also sixth, it had the responsibility of elephants. So first navy, next one is the transport and provisions, third one is the looked after the infantry, fourth one was the horses, and fifth chariots, responsibility for the chariot, and also the last one is the responsibility of elephants. Means these were the ingredients of the war and the military officers. So that was the one for that only that committees and subcommittees framed. So that was the one of the important features of Maurya administration. So looked after the soldiers का importance यहाँ पे बहुत था, but the activities of the second subcommittee were varied. Second subcommittee में varied बहुत सारा variety था. So it was means to arrange for the bullock carts, because इतना डेवलप उस समय में नहीं हुआ था. सो वहाँ पे बुलक कार्ड्स एंड द डिफरेंट इक्विपमेंट्स आल्सो रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर द मींस फूड फॉर द सोल्जर्स एंड फूडर फॉर द एनिमल्स, मतलब एनिमल्स के लिए भी खाद्य पदार्थ को जुगाड़ मतलब प्रोवाइड करना. एंड द डिफरेंट बुलक कार्ड्स दैट वर्क्स इट वाज डिपेंड अपॉन द सब कमिटीज and the recruit servants and artisans to look after the soldiers. Okay, so then divided the officials को कैसा डिवाइड किया गया था ना? अकॉर्डिंग टू द अशोकन inscriptions, official inscriptions means according to the official Ashokan inscriptions also, the officials it was divided the different categories like this. The headman of the village, it was known as the gramika. गांव का means the provinces also divided into different categories. That was the headman of the village को बोला जाता था ग्रामिक. अमात्यस they were the governors, and the pradesikas they were the officers in the pradesika Rajukas, who were the responsible to collect the tax. इन लोगों को टैक्स कलेक्शन करने का मतलब ये दिया गया था, अधिकार दिया गया था, राइट्स दिया गया था. And the Yuktas, they were the PT officers. So like that, designations also created by the Maurya Empire, Maurya administration, only for the smooth running of the administrative system. Then at last, Asoka, he was also appointed the special official cadres. They were known as the Dhamma Mahamatas. Dhamma Mahamatas, they were also played an important role to spread the Dhamma, means the righteous faith of living about the Buddhism, for expanded that religion throughout the world. That's why the another official cadre also appointed by Asoka, means the Maurya dynasty and Maurya administration. So these 5 important points were the main features of Maurya administration. So you can write clearly, I think. Next one is that question is mentions the limitations of inscriptional evidence for reconstructing history. यहाँ पे हम लोग देखेंगे ये जो एपिग्राफीज जो है यहाँ पे there are so many important problems also we have seen now. The list some of the problems also you have to one question also like that will come I think faced by the epigraphist. क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स अभी फेस करना पड़ता है. सो दैट वाज द लिमिटेशन. देखो क्वेश्चन दोनों क्वेश्चन का मीनिंग सेम है. सो हिस्ट्री को रिकंस्ट्रक्ट करने के लिए कौन कौन सा इंस्क्रिप्शनल एविडेंस जरूरी है और what was the problems faced by the epigraphist. So now we will discuss. First one is you have to write technical problem. Number 2 problem of deciphering. Number 3 fundamental problem. So technical problem में क्या है? Because some letters are very faintly engraved. क्योंकि ना उस समय में किसी को पता नहीं था कि हजार साल तक ये सब काम आएगा और ये लोग इंस्पायर होंगे. इसलिए वो लोग क्या किए थे ना उस समय में जो लेटर्स को यूज किए थे बहुत फेंट था और अभी बहुत साल के बाद और बहुत मतलब हल्का दिख रहा है, नाजुक हो गया है, फ्राजाइल हो गया है. So it was also one point technical problem and there is uncertainty of reconstruction. Inscriptions may be damaged. लगता है डैमेज हो गया या लेटर्स कुछ मिसिंग हो गया है. So that is the technical problem. Number 2 में problem of deciphering. What is that point? Several thousand inscriptions have been discovered. Not all have been deciphered, published and translated. मतलब ऐसा बहुत सारा हमको inscriptions देखने के लिए मिलता है जो कि सारा inscriptions जो है ना not all have been deciphered, सब कुछ क्लियर नहीं दिखाई देता और पब्लिश नहीं हुआ है और ट्रांसलेट भी नहीं किया गया. उसका मतलब है कि उस समय में ऐसा भी कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन है जो कि हम लोग को अभी तक कंफर्म पता नहीं चला. जितना चला है उसके बाद हमको लग रहा है कि मौर्य डायनेस्टी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट एंड पावरफुल डायनेस्टी. यदि हमको पूरा पता चलेगा, यदि हमको ये जो प्रॉब्लम फेसिंग नहीं होगा ये इंस्क्रिप्शंस में से, तो हमको और बहुत कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट जानकारी भी मिल पाएगा. So it is also one of the problem must have existed which have not survived the ravages of time. ये समय के हिसाब में ये अभी तक इतना स्ट्रांग होकर के नहीं रह पाया है. Then fundamental problem क्या है ये? Because we may consider politically or economically significant what necessarily recorded in inscriptions. For example, routine agricultural practices and the joys and sorrows of daily existence find no mention in inscription. Fundamental problem क्या है? Because here is written most important points. वहां पे लोगों का जॉयस क्या था, सरो क्या था, सुख दुख क्या था, लोगों का एग्रीकल्चर सिस्टम क्या था, ऐसा और मतलब कॉमन पीपल का पोजीशन क्या था, दैट थिंग्स नॉट मेंशन्ड. If mentioned also that is completely undeciphered. So that is also the fundamental problem. क्योंकि ना हमको खाली ऊपर लेवल में क्या था वो जानने से नहीं होगा. उस समय में लोगों का कंडीशन क्या था, लोग कितना दुख में थे, कितना सुख में थे, कितना एंजॉय कर रहे थे उस समय को, इसी चीज के ऊपर में क्लियर इंफॉर्मेशन हमको नहीं मिल रहा है. ड्यू टू either it may be the technical problem, due to the problem of deciphering. Okay, so that is the different problems which were faced by epigraphist. So like that you have to elaborate your answer when you will write. Number 3 question means how have the Prasastis drawn the factual information about the Gupta rulers. फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन, फैक्चुअल मतलब वास्तविक इंफॉर्मेशन हमको क्या मिलता है प्रशस्ति से, प्रयाग प्रशस्ति से. सो हियर इज गिवन 4 पॉइंट्स. वन इज कंपोज्ड द प्रेज ऑफ किंग. ये प्रयाग प्रशस्ति में हमको गुप्त रूलर्स में, ये ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड ऑफ गुप्ता एम्पायर it was composed by whom, and you will write the another point. So Gupta rulers have been reconstructed from literature, coins and also the inscriptions including the प्रशस्ति. ये प्रशस्ति से और लिटरेचर से और कॉइन से और इंस्क्रिप्शन से हमको गुप्ता डायनेस्टी के बारे में बहुत कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन मिलता है. एंड ये जो प्रशस्ति में क्या लिखा गया है ना, कंपोज्ड इन प्रेज ऑफ किंग्स इन पर्टिकुलर एंड पेट्रॉन्स इन जनरल बाय पोएट्स. यहाँ पे राजाओं के प्रशंसा के बारे में बहुत कुछ चीजों को कंपोज किया गया है. सो कहाँ पे ना, ये प्रशस्ति में. दैट प्रशस्ति इज नोन एज द अलाहाबाद पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन. So that's why you have to write first point, composed the praise of kings. Number 2, factual information. Factual information means historians attempt to draw a factual information. हर समय में historian try करता है कि actually क्या हुआ था, ओरिजिनल पॉइंट्स कलेक्ट करने के लिए कोशिश करता है. मीन्स दैट फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन इज लैक हियर, एंड फ्रॉम सच कंपोजिशंस दोज हु कंपोज्ड एंड रीड देम अपॉन ट्रेजर देम as works of poetry. Means it is literally true, but it is completely different for the historians also to get the original points. That is the factual information. Also it given, not given the प्रयाग प्रशस्ति. मतलब यहाँ पे इतना भी हमको नहीं मिल रहा है, but always historians tried and attempt. Allahabad pillar inscription. Third point, it is also known as the प्रयाग प्रशस्ति. प्रयाग प्रशस्ति को ही अलाहाबाद पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन बोला जाता है. And it was composed in the Sanskrit language by the Harisan. Harisan, he was the court poet of Samudragupta, and he was the means arguably the most powerful of the Gupta ruler. एक कैश इन पॉइंट यहाँ पे समुद्रगुप्त के बारे में और गुप्ता डायनेस्टी के बारे में बहुत कुछ important information हमको मिलता है. So that is also one of the important point. So it was written by whom and in which language also you have to write. Then last one, Samudragupta's conquest. यहाँ पे it refers to Samudragupta's conquest. यहाँ पे पूरा importance, क्योंकि ना ये जो हरिसन ने प्रयाग प्रशस्ति को या अलाहाबाद पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शंस को कंपोज किए थे, हरिसन थे समुद्रगुप्त का कोर्ट पोएट, तो उनके बारे में ही वो ज्यादा लिखेंगे, ज्यादा इंपोर्टेंस देंगे. दैट इज one of the most important part. We should know that. So Samudragupta's conquest में qualities needed in rulers and how the rule of the king was equal to gods like Kuber, Indra, Varuna, Yama, and dwelling on the earth, and it suggests the ruler was a versatile genius. मतलब यहाँ पे समुद्रगुप्त को ऐसा बहुत सारा लोगों के मतलब राजा को, मतलब किंग को ऐसा बहुत सारा भगवान के साथ कंपेयर करके हरिसेन ने अलाहाबाद पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन में बहुत कुछ इंपोर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन दिए हैं. सो लाइक दैट प्रयाग प्रशस्ति drawn the factual information about the Gupta ruler. So like that you have to elaborate all the points. Then last number point question is that what languages and scripts were found in Ashokan inscriptions. देखो this question only for the 2 marks, लेकिन अभी 2 marks का question नहीं आता है, so it may be the 3 marks question. so यहाँ पे languages क्या था और script क्या था, इसके ऊपर में इसको इतना important points यहाँ पे हम लोग देखो हर question को point wise लिखना difficult भी है. so only you have to mention the languages name and also the script name. See, here is most important thing is that language Prakrit. Prakrit is the language and Aramaic for the Greek, and script क्या था ना, Prakrit in Brahmi, Khoroshti, Greek and Aramaic. So that Prakriti means Ashokan inscriptions were in Prakrit language. Which means northwest में, इंडिया का नॉर्थ वेस्ट साइड में अरामिक और ग्रीक में यूज होता था, और अशोकन इंस्क्रिप्शन उस समय में प्राकृत लैंग्वेज में लिखा हुआ था. मोस्ट प्राकृत इंस्क्रिप्शंस वर रिटन इन द ब्राह्मी स्क्रिप्ट. बहुत सारा प्राकृत इंस्क्रिप्शंस को ब्राह्मी स्क्रिप्ट में लिखा गया है. जो कि नॉर्थ वेस्ट में उस समय में खरोष्टी में था. So the Aramic and Greek scripts were used for inscriptions in Afghanistan. ये आरामिक ग्रीक जो स्क्रिप्ट था ना, ये उस समय में था अफगानिस्तान में. एंड ऑल्सो सी, जब ये क्वेश्चन आएगा तो ओनली द टीचर विल फाइंड आउट द डिफरेंट स्क्रिप्ट एंड लैंग्वेजेस नेम. हैव यू रिटन इन दैट नेम और नॉट? That is the important things. Okay, so most Asokan inscriptions also written in the Prakriti language, while those in the northwest of the subcontinent were in the Arabic and also the Greek. Like that you will write. And also Brahmi, Khoroshti languages also script also used for the Asokan inscriptions. And Devanagari script also one of the most important thing, which is blended, means contemporary of the Bengali and Devanagari manuscripts, and comparing their letters with older specimens. Okay, so James Prinsep was also able to decipher Asokan Brahmi in 1838. 1838 में जेम्स प्रिंसेप ने ये अशोका का ब्राह्मी स्क्रिप्ट को पहचान पाए थे. That was one of the great development and great inscription, means researchable work of the James Prinsep. So 2nd century BC have also facilitated matters, and James Prinsep identified the language of the Khoroshti inscriptions of Prakrit, and it became possible to read longer inscriptions as well. Why? Because it was one of the यदि कोई यहाँ पे एक तो लैंग्वेज और स्क्रिप्ट को पूरा पहचान के उसका मीनिंग बता पाएगा, तो डेफिनेटली इट बिकेम पॉसिबल टू रीड लॉन्गर पीरियड. ये बहुत लंबा समय तक लोगों के पास इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाता ही जाएगा, क्योंकि ना एक लैंग्वेज को सीख जाने के बाद हमको there are so many important informations also we can collect from the different inscriptions, Asokan inscriptions, and also the different जो कि language and scripts also we can know about the Mauryan dynasty and also the Gupta dynasty and about the ancient period. So that like that you have to write the different languages name and different scripts name, and also in which part of India, northwest side, Afghanistan, and also the Central Asia से भी कोई आए थे, so that points you have to elaborate, but you have to mention the different languages and scripts name in this question. लेकिन यहाँ पे मैं और एक बात बोलना चाहती हूँ, ये क्वेश्चन हर समय में 3 मार्क्स में ही आता है. यदि क्वेश्चन आएगा तो ओनली फॉर द ब्राह्मी एंड खरोष्टी स्क्रिप्ट and about the method of decipher, ये क्वेश्चन यदि आएगा तो you have to write there are different points, means it carries the 8 marks. Okay, so students, I think you will be more benefit for it will be more benefit for you after watching that video, because there are important points are also mentioned here, so you have to sincerely watch it and write all the points in your copies. Okay, till then, bye.